I lost.
It's like we did a staring competition. And we were like looking at each other. And I was just staring.
I know. My eyes were burning.
I win. I win the competition.
What a way to start.
I know, right? Staring competition. What a challenge.
Do you know, when we go through and we organise things, one thing we don't cover off on is how we're starting.
Yeah, that's true. Like we don't talk about it at all.
No.
It just happens.
It's just organic.
It's organic. That's how we do things, you know.
Just free flowing.
Just off the cuff.
I'm going to add that to the list.
Down. What the hell does off the cuff mean?
I don't know.
Where did that come from?
Added it to the list.
Is that some fancy guy that has cufflinks or something on his cuffs?
Or off his cuffs.
Oh, off his cuffs.
I don't
he
know.
lost his cufflinks. I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Find out
tuned.
later. So lots of exciting things happened this week. Like a lot. We've got a lot to talk about for updates.
We didn't do all of them, but we did a lot of them.
I guess so.
Yeah, we didn't do all of the things we're going to talk about, though.
No,
you made it sound like
things.
we've been really busy. It's been a busy week, just like in real life.
Yeah, well, I haven't done anything. I've been just sitting here reading things.
No, like in the world, like people are like, how are you? Real busy. Have you seen what's going on around the world?
Yeah.
Like, there's major breakthroughs. I haven't done anything, but like it's a busy time.
It's a busy time. Lots going on. Whoa. Finals of TV show, football or something.
Yeah.
Lots of so busy.
So many things.
Yeah.
That's how you made it sound.
Real life. We just sitting on a couch.
Chilling out.
Yeah.
Reading the interweb.
Reading your interwebs on your phone in your jocks. Sorry, Raid Gear.
Raid Gear.
Okay, so what do we got going on this week?
All of the stuff.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. So, well, the thing I'm most excited about is the update on our little book of jokes.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
Yeah,
me too.
yeah.
That was very exciting. We'll sort of talk about how the book's going to turn out, etc., etc.
Yes. More details, please.
Yes. So we'll do that. So that'll probably be second segment. First of all, we'll probably talk about.
Oh, you want to do these in order? You want to tell people the order of things?
I'd plan it all out in some sort of order.
I was trying to be spontaneous.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Anyway, first of all, there's a bunch of updates for our Instagram, our Discord, some things that are happening around the world, all kinds of things.
Well,
so we'll do that first.
Section 1 is things we actually did.
Things we actually did.
And then some things we didn't do.
Some things we didn't do. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So then we'll do the thing that you just talked about before.
The
which I've
little book
forgotten
of
about.
jokes.
Little book of jokes.
Do we even have an intro for that yet?
Little book of jokes. Little book of jokes. I don't know.
That's actually pretty close to the way you sung it last week.
Yeah, probably.
It is.
Yeah, good.
Little book of jokes, little book of jokes. That's different.
Yeah.
But okay.
And as I said last week, we were going to talk about time travel because lots of things were coming up around time travel with some shows we were watching.
Yep.
And I wanted to talk about it.
We like time travel.
Yes.
Yeah, because we time traveled.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, maybe we did. You'll find out next.
Yeah, from last week to this week, we travelled into the future 1 week. Let's go. This is ridiculous. Let's go.
Hello.
Hello.
This is your Instagram talking.
Okay.
Does Instagram sound like Siri, do you think? Like
Probably
if
not.
Instagram had a voice? Probably not.
Probably more of a like, is there a
This is
there a
another
Facebook?
tangent. This is
a taste. This is very much a tangent.
What would a social media sound like?
What would social media sound like? Okay, sure.
Okay.
A new segment.
maybe actually what that is a reel.
A reel.
Yeah. So
Okay.
if you were talking to one of those people, if they were your friends, and how Facebook would answer versus how Instagram would answer.
Do I get to try with accents and stuff like that?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
we can do
great.
accents and stuff
Yeah.
and like costumes.
You know how
and
good I am with accents.
Really bad. What would social media sound like? Yeah. Okay, cool. But good that we're talking about reels.
Yeah.
Because we played around on Instagram this week.
Yeah, well, yeah.
We had fun.
Yeah, it was so much fun.
And we did a reel.
Yeah, we did a reel. I think, was it our first reel?
Yeah, it was our first reel.
I can't tell. What's the difference between a reel and a...
The
What's
reel,
the other video thing you do?
The reel is the rip-off of TikTok, I
Okay.
believe it's commonly known as.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like a little TikTok video that we
Okay.
did on Instagram.
Well, I know we did it, so...
Yeah.
but I just didn't know What's the difference?
Yeah, it's a reel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just get real with reels.
And, you know, it was our first one, so we thought we'll just do it and see how it goes.
Yeah, it went well.
Yeah, it did go well.
Yeah.
It got over 3,000 views.
Yeah. And we're super excited about it.
In a very short amount of time.
Yeah.
So we're pretty much famous.
So Liz is sitting here like trying to keep a straight face. Last night she was jumping around all over the place, giving me high fives and stuff.
Someone was trying to watch Loki and I was like, 500
Loki.
views.
Loki was brilliant. Anyway.
1,000 views. 1,200 views.
Yeah. I had to keep pausing Loki, but like,
1,800 views. You're like, okay, just stop.
Yeah.
Like, we need to get through this. And I'm like, 2,000 views. But I was really excited. So heaps of people were commenting, got heaps of love about it. We had some people message us.
Yeah, we did.
And then start listening to the podcast.
Yeah, so most importantly, what was the reel actually about?
Oh, yeah, good point.
Like, yeah, we did a reel.
We did a reel. The reel was how to make it snow. So we took all the things from the last podcast and we did them all.
Yeah, we did.
To make it snow.
Yeah.
Last night.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we did that last night.
Yes.
We had the spoon in the freezer, spoon under the thing, ate ice cream.
Brushed my teeth with my left hand.
We did a
Pajamas,
video of it.
Backwards.
Let it snow in the background, which was lots of fun. And we danced in the front yard backwards or whatever, something like that.
We did everything.
Yeah. So did it snow?
There were a lot of ominous clouds today.
There was. So
There was.
On the weather thing, it said it was going to be clear skies today.
Yes.
And I woke up and it was a real dark feeling and it was like a little wet outside.
It had been raining.
So
I feel like we summoned it, but we didn't quite get the chill factor.
Yeah, we
got
didn't get the chill factor.
50% of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it made it a little bit colder, but because, we're in Australia and Brisbane,
We didn't quite get
not
there.
quite cold
I did
enough.
get lots of messages of people taking photos of the clouds today saying like, it still might happen. Like, and I appreciate your support, but it didn't.
Didn't happen,
Yeah.
but it was a lot of fun either way.
Yeah.
Yes. We even had someone message us about the our front door.
Our front door.
They have the same front door
We found our
as
front
us.
door twin.
Twinnies.
Yeah.
It was great. Anyway, the other thing that we're doing is Discord. Discord is going off its chops right now with a few people joining in on the conversations in there. We've got podcast chat. We've got who should we interview, fun facts. We've got what does it mean, the shame slate, which we introduced, and book of jokes, 3 a.m. thoughts, all these kind of things that we've got little segments for. And people are adding little bits and pieces for us to talk about. So I think that's pretty fun.
I think it's good because anyone can go and add to those things.
Yeah.
So you don't have to like hold on to it or use our email address that we do have. You can just add them in there. But I did actually get some questions this week around what is a Discord?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So
well, you said it well last week about Yahoo, didn't you? Yahoo.
yeah, it's a place where people can come and chat.
Yeah.
Community hangout.
Yeah, community hangout.
And I added the link to our Discord in Instagram.
Okay, cool.
Also did that.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So the chats have been good. There's been some good ideas floating around.
Yeah. So someone said who we should interview, Elon Musk.
So I think someone's organising that for us, I assume.
I can only assume.
I think they must know
I
him,
haven't
maybe.
got contacts
I
or
don't know how to get in
anything
contact with him. So it's a really good idea, though. If anyone knows him.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
The other thing was you put in this later, and I think this was a joke.
It was a joke.
A robot.
Just be funny. Who should we interview? A robot.
Anyway, so I got this great idea from that we should try and interview a robot.
So are you thinking number 5 is alive from Short Circuit?
No.
Like that type of robot?
Definitely not.
That's the type of robot I'm picturing.
So not many of you might know about, but there's Google has OpenAI, which is where they're trying to create a artificial intelligence, like general intelligence, where they're trying to make, someone an artificial intelligence smart or as smart as a human, I guess. And they've got what's called they're calling GTP3. GTP3 you can have actual conversations with through a third-party game thing. And I reckon we should do an interview on that. What are your thoughts?
I really wish I didn't know anything about that before you said that.
Yeah.
Full disclosure though, he made me watch a video recently about this exact thing.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why it was in the back of my mind.
It was a boring conversation, but he's funny. He's funny.
Yeah, and the interesting part is he can lie.
He can lie.
Yeah.
And he can tell if you're lying.
Yeah, if you're asking ridiculous questions, he can give you a ridiculous answer.
He's got a sense of humour.
Yeah, so I do think that part of it would be interesting rather than just like something basic. It's very interesting.
Yeah, because he isn't basic.
No.
GTP3 from OpenAI is not basic. It's very intelligent. It takes like information from like Wikipedias and all that kind of stuff and understands what you're saying and all that kind of stuff. It's really cool. I think we should do that.
So there's 2 ideas. If you have any other ideas that are maybe slightly more achievable, like you should interview my aunt. She does great pottery. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's also great.
That could be fun.
Yeah, that could also like happy to take on a few of those as well.
Makes candles or something.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Let's chat to them.
Yeah, I'm open to candles. Okay, so 2 more things. Our smell.
Look, I'm so glad you brought this up.
Yeah, why? What do you need to say?
It smells amazing.
Yeah, it does.
It smells amazing.
Yeah.
You've been wearing it.
I have.
A lot.
Yeah.
I've been spritzing around the room spray.
Yeah.
Love it. But we need to have a chat.
What about?
It's a wonderful spray, but how many sprays do you use approximately in the morning?
So I used to my other cologne where I spray it maybe once or twice or 3 times.
Twice or 3 times?
Yep, okay.
Yeah, that's too many.
For that one, it is. Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with you. So 1 squirt is plenty. It comes out so fast. The first day I got it, I used the fudge ice cream smell.
Just
squeezed it 3 times.
Without shaking it.
It was quite pungent. I went to work.
And all you could smell was like cookies and ice cream.
Yeah.
All day.
So, funny story. I had someone, so I work out the back mostly, but I had someone from out the front of the retail area come out the back and say, "What smells so good?" They were thinking like a cake was
someone's
in the
got
oven
food
or
here.
something
Yeah.
like that. It's like, yeah, that's me.
That's me. So you're going to tone it down a little
they're
bit?
probably talking behind my back saying, he smells ridiculous.
Yeah, someone needs to talk to him.
Yeah.
They're like, I actually meant the croissant that's in the grill right now, but sure. You're like,
Sure,
it's me. I
It's
smell
me.
great.
I'm delicious. Yeah.
I'm glad
that's
we had
good.
this chat.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Okay, last thing on the updates and just things and news and all that kind of stuff.
I don't have anything else left on my updates.
Space.
It's still there.
Space. It's still there.
Nothing's happened with it.
Well, things are always happening with it, but like things are happening with like the edge of space right now.
Are you like a flat earther now?
No,
The edge of space?
No, definitely not. They're playing with the edge of space. Billionaires. They're playing with their toys at the edge of space.
Okay. I actually don't know anything about this. Like I've been in a bubble. I've been in a planet bubble. I'm sorry. Can you just tell me what's going on?
Okay, so they got Richard Branson.
Yes.
Has Virgin Galactic.
Yep.
Which is it's a plane that drops from another plane with a rocket on the back that shoots up into space. American agreed space. In there, and he floats around on 0 gravity for about 4 minutes, something like that.
Okay, and then
the whole
he can
trip
come
takes
back down.
about an hour. It glides back down and lands.
Glides. Okay. Has to
yeah.
land on the land or the sea or?
It lands on a runway. It's a plane.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
It can come back down.
Yeah.
Great. Good.
So that's Richard Branson. The Amazon man,
Jeff
Bezos.
Yes.
So he's got this rocket, metal rocket that looks like a penis.
A lot. Just side note.
Yeah.
Most rockets look like a penis.
This one more so than others.
Okay. Oh, Google this afterwards.
Yeah, you'll have to. Yeah. Anyway, but he's playing with his rocket, and he's going up to 100 kilometers above Earth, which is the international agreed space.
Oh.
So Richard Branson did it first. Bezos hasn't done it yet, but he's arguing that
it's not really space.
It's not really space that
Right.
he went to.
Right.
But he's going to space. Anyway, it's billionaires arguing over.
So hold on.
Nothing.
We're in a world pandemic and billionaires are playing with toys in space.
Yeah.
Good times.
See, the thing that I could go on a huge tangent about this. And
sorry to
SpaceX.
bait you with that.
Yeah, yeah, but I'm not going to. The fun. I'll talk about SpaceX another time. I love SpaceX. I love the Starship, and I would love to just see, like, in a year's time, SpaceX like flying up there with his spaceship, like getting way past anywhere where they've been. Anyway, but the funny thing that I got out of this is there's a petition going around at the moment.
A petition about space?
No, about these two people that are arguing. There's a petition about one of them. What do you reckon it is?
I have no idea.
So, Jeff Bezos.
Yeah.
So he's flying up soon.
Yeah.
There's a petition that's been signed by over 150,000 people to try and keep Jeff Bezos in space. How good is that?
Where do we sign the petition?
Yeah, exactly. And that's our updates.
Yay!
So,
Little book of jokes, little book of jokes,
little book of jokes, little book of jokes.
I didn't know we were still going. Well, we need to practice that outside of this.
I think it's like an ongoing joke that we just make up songs
Okay.
and they just continually get different and more different.
Because I did think...
Remember Professor X to start with?
Professor
X is coming through the stratosphere. Anyway,
Yeah.
Little Book of Jokes is this year's project for us. We're super excited about it.
Yes, and we actually we added 2 jokes last week.
Yep, 2 jokes.
And then we put it out to Instagram, and we've got a spot in Discord so we can start catching all those wonderful jokes you've got, just scooping them in.
Yeah, so if
Putting them
you
in our
guys
bucket.
have a joke, jump onto Discord or jump onto Instagram, DM us. We're going to be publishing this in a real book, and I'll have your name next to it.
A real book?
A real book.
Not like an ebook.
What do you mean an ebook?
I thought we were doing an ebook.
Why would we do an ebook? That's not glorious.
But we put it on Amazon and people can download it, and it's conveniently held on their phone wherever they are. I mean, an ebook's pretty great.
Yeah, maybe we'll have an ebook as well, but I want to have like a physical copy of something.
I'm glad this is being recorded. You just smashed ebooks and was like, I need a physical copy of a book. Never heard you say that before.
Yeah, but this is different. This is us making a thing.
Okay, so it'll be like a physical thing that people can be a part of, and they can open it up and be like, hey, look, this is my joke that I submitted. And then also like their name and like what would we, like ours would say like Brisbane, Australia.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
You can say where you're from if you want to, or we can just say, from Discord.
Jess from Instagram submitted this joke.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, great.
So I'd like to have it like a hard cover.
How big is this book?
Little.
Okay. But is that the
It's a little book of jokes.
But is that the parody?
Yeah. I don't know.
That it's we call it a little book of jokes. And it's like...
It's real big.
It's real big.
Like we could have a really big little book of jokes.
Correct.
Well, it's going to depend on how many people send it.
We could have the big book of jokes.
Yeah.
And it's actually a
really
little book of jokes.
It's a joke how big it is.
Yes. Each page just has one joke on it.
Exactly. Perfect. So that's what I'd like to see. But I guess it'll evolve over time depending on what jokes we get and all that kind of stuff. So the jokes we got this week, you said something about Jess. Is that a thing?
Jess from Instagram did submit a joke.
Okay.
I've been trying to make sure I remember it correctly.
Oh, good. This will be good.
It's what do you call a deer with no? What do you call a deer with no eyes? No idea. Yeah, those ones.
Okay.
So she submitted that.
Yeah,
which is great.
Yeah.
Because you went,
So I think you need to be more confident with it, though.
Yeah. What do you call a
Where's
deer
your
with no
timing?
eyes? Well, I didn't want to get it
No
wrong.
idea.
I didn't. No idea.
No idea.
Yeah, I didn't want to get it wrong.
Yeah, you're right.
I didn't want to say, what do you call a no idea?
No
is
idea.
correct, which is where my brain was going. So
That's so good. Yeah. So Flesh from Discord submitted this joke, which is horrible,
Okay.
which is perfect for this little book of jokes. 6:30 is the best time on the clock. Hands down.
oh no.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
bad.
It is. It's a clock joke because it's an analog clock
Yeah, no,
joke.
we've got it.
And
we
the hands of the
all
clock
know.
are down.
Yeah.
Just explaining it all.
You don't need to.
All right, that's Little Book of Jokes.
Little book of jokes.
Little book of jokes. Little book of jokes. Little book of
Yeah, it's
jokes.
called Liquid Book of Jokes. It now comes in a blender.
Yeah, perfect. Please submit your jokes. Get them into this book. It's going to be glorious. We're going to send it out.
You
It's
can
gonna-
be a part
and
of
It's
it.
going to be a part of the world. We might even see if we can send it out into space. That'd be glorious too, on a SpaceX rocket.
Okay, just stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now it's time to talk about something I've just been thinking about for a while, and I would just really love for us to just kind of work through and talk about, because it's just been like plaguing me, and I just think we really need to talk about it.
What are you talking about?
I'm just making fun of you.
Oh,
'Cause
no.
this is actually...
This is like what I would be saying right now, isn't it? You're stirring me.
Yeah, I am a little bit.
Okay, 3 a.m. thoughts. This is 3 a.m. thoughts, right? This is the segment. 3 a.m. thoughts. What do you reckon of that song?
No, it needs to be like more like 3 a.m. thoughts.
So is it where you've got your
Yeah.
finger up and you're like, 3 a.m. thoughts? Something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll work on it. Okay, so this is about time travel, right? Time travel. So the whole thing with
How did this come up?
So Loki. Loki, yeah.
Yeah.
So basically what happened was we've been watching a lot of Loki, and Loki is to do lots with time travel. The TVA, which is like a team that looks after and manages the timeline, all that kind of stuff. So making sure there's only one universe, right? So it's a one universe, one timeline, basically.
Yep.
So it goes into a lot about the multiverse, because obviously there's the movies coming out with Multiverse of Madness and stuff with Marvel.
So just a big setup.
Multiple universes at the same time, that kind of stuff. Anyway, so this got me thinking, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So there's another movie.
You've lost already like half the people, and they're like, "That's what got you thinking."
No. Okay.
Continue. Tell us what.
There's
what got
another
you thinking.
movie I really love to do with time travel, and kind of tangent my way over there somehow. Back to the Future 2.
Right. Classic time travel movie.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Lots of plot holes.
Yay.
So many plot holes. And I'd like to talk about one, probably the biggest one, I would say, of the plot holes. So one of many. So this is Biff. You know Biff,
Yes.
basically the villain, basically, of the whole series. So Biff finds out there is a time machine, and that he could bring back the almanac, which is like a book of all the
Like
results of
for-
games and
Yeah.
stuff like that, and send it back to the past, give it to him, and make himself rich, right?
Yeah.
So he goes back in time, gives it to his younger self, and then he goes back to the future, returns the car exactly where he left it, right?
Yes. I'm following.
Yeah, you're following. Okay, so my question, if he goes back in time and changes something, would that not immediately change the timeline he's on then and there? And at that point, the future would already be changed.
Yeah, this is something for me. This is why time traveling movies and shows are just too far out for me, because once you change that, how do you even know that you can get back at all, that the car would even exist then for you to then travel? Like, it all just blows my mind. It doesn't make any sense.
Exactly, though. So if he's given his younger self the almanac, right? So he's done that. Then he goes back to the time machine so he goes back to the time machine with the intention to go travel back to the same place where he took the time machine from the future. But would he not go directly to the new future?
Yeah, that's what makes sense in my mind if it was one timeline. If it was one timeline,
yeah,
he goes back to the new future.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So
So in that case, if it's one timeline,
yeah,
Doc and Marty, they're in the future, right?
Yeah.
So as far as they're concerned, they're in the present for them.
Yes.
So if Biff goes back in time with the time machine, they are stuck in that future. Do they not just cease existing from that point if it's just one timeline?
I don't know.
Or is that a different timeline now?
Yeah,
So that's where the multiverse comes in.
I think that it's unrealistic to believe in... Can we just get one thing straight? Because I don't think that one timeline is feasible.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not. It doesn't make sense. There's too many plot holes when you talk about going backwards and forwards.
Exactly right.
So the other thing I don't like about one timeline is that it also says that the future is predetermined and nothing that you choose to do at any point in time will change what's going to happen in the future because it is predetermined. And if that's the case, what's the point in changing the past?
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, so you couldn't actually change the past.
Correct. Everything's predetermined.
If it's all in the same timeline, then you're already destined to go back
and change that to have the thing that happened.
Yeah.
So let's agree that one timeline doesn't work. One universe doesn't work.
No.
So it has to be a multiverse.
Okay, so then how does he get his car back to Doc and Marty in the future that he stole to go back in time?
He takes it back.
Yeah, but he'd be going to the different future because he's on a different timeline at that point.
He's verged off. Right.
So this is where my brain goes after that, right? So if he's taken it to a different future, then the future where Doc and Marty doesn't have the car.
Yeah.
And then, so that also means that they can't go back in time to stop Biff from making the bets. And they also can't go back in time to introduce his mum and dad.
Okay.
So Marty would technically disappear at that point because he wouldn't have existed because his parents...
On that line.
Well, I guess so, on that line.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy, isn't it?
Yes. So when I design my time machine, what you're telling me is I need to be able to control time.
Yep.
I also need to be able to make sure I can get back to my timeline.
Yeah. Okay.
So I need to be able to control...
So some sort of boomerang sort of thing or a button that you go, I want to go back to this point where I was before on this multiverse.
But again, begs the question, why would I go and change something in a different timeline? Because if I'm going to go change something, it diverges off. It's not going to change my timeline anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway, we got real serious here. This is like probably the most serious segment we've done.
It's great, isn't it?
Time travel. What a conundrum.
Yeah, I know, right? So, yeah, it was a pretty crazy sort of trip that I had with the whole new Loki thing. I was pretty excited about it.
I watched it.
You watched it? So that was the podcast for this week. What a treat.
You sounded, I thought you were going to be like an auctioneer at the start. And then you just kept talking in one tone.
80 bits above 100.
Yeah,
100, 200, get across now. Come on.
That's where I thought you were going.
Well, I had fun. Thank you so much for everyone that listened today. I appreciate you guys listening. It's been fun. Thank you for everyone that checked out our reels on Instagram.
Thank you to all the new people that joined us from there.
Yeah.
Anyone who's new, any of our new followers, also all of the OGs. Still appreciate you as well.
Exactly. Thank you to everyone that is on Patreon that supports us. If you enjoy what we do, make sure you check us out on patreon.com/PennyPow. That's where you can check us out. Yeah.
Yeah. Instagram has the link to Discord. Come and join us. Join in the chats.
And the Discord link is also in the description on YouTube and Spotify as well as
Perfect.
Apple Podcast, all that kind of stuff. So what's happening next week? You don't know.
I don't know.
Well, lucky I prepared this.
Can you see
The shock on your face. Oh, we forgot to talk about this.
I have a blank square. Not a lot.
So, of course, we're going to be talking about Little Book of Jokes again.
Put more jokes in.
Exactly. More jokes.
More
Send
jokes.
them in.
Yes.
It'll be glorious. It'll be glorious. I'm going to tell you how Paint the Town Red and Batman have a link. The saying, Paint the Town Red and Batman have a link.
Sounds like a lie, but I'm keen to hear.
Yeah, it's going to be glorious.
Great.
You'll probably laugh at it
Yeah, I will.
always. I also wanted to... I had a thought, right?
Is this like the time travel paradox?
No,
or-
it's mostly a thought from your thought about someone that listens sometimes that maybe thinks she could get away with something.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's a few people that would appreciate this. So do you want me to...
Yeah.
Should we
Should
say?
we?
I haven't even asked.
Yeah.
So we have a friend who is super into an avid podcast listener, by the way.
Yep.
She is super into murder documentaries and mysteries. And as she watches them, she can pick out like super early what they did wrong. And I think she'd be very confident that she could get away with murder.
Yeah. To get away with murder.
Yes.
So I think what we'll do next week is we'll maybe interview this person, try to see how we go with that.
Yes.
And maybe come up with some scenarios and see what she would do in that case.
Great. See if we can put her skills to the test.
Exactly.
Oh.
How good will that be?
That'll be amazing.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening. You got that to look forward to next week. I've been PennyPow.
And I'm LyssaLuvCraft.
And this has been the Pennylys Podcast. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.